What's up guys, Chris back from Burgles Brewing, here with another video. My usual spot on the couch, a little different, no hat today, so we're just gonna go with it. Today's video is a little special something I wanted to do last year at the end of 21. Never got around to it, so we're gonna do it for 2022, and hopefully it's an annual thing going forward. A year in review, kind of go over everything, a little high level, what happened with me and Burgles Brewing this past year. So yeah, we can jump right in with the beers. I got my two latest beers here. I got a hazy IPA and a dark mild. This was brewed in December, so it's fairly fresh. This was November. The last two beers that I've brewing kind of slowed down towards the end of last year. You know, it is what it is. Am I thrilled about it? No, I'd like to brew a little bit more, but hey, what are you gonna do? Life. But overall, I brewed 15 batches. That's 4 down from 2021 where I brewed 19, but in 2021, I dumped 2 batches and immediately rebrewed because I was so frustrated. So you could kind of say maybe like more like 17, but yeah, so 15, it's not bad. That's still more than one a month. I try to go about every 3 weeks. It's my schedule. That's what I kind of write down and schedule it for, but that doesn't always work out. Yeah, I don't think 15 is nothing to sniff at. I think that's still pretty good for me. I said I don't think I dumped any this year, so that's a step up from last year. I don't think I tried to brew as many hazies this year as I did last year, but I'm still searching for that really good hazy, a really good even just West Coast IPA, or just normal IPA. I still kind of struggle with the bitterness and flavor on those. It still hasn't hit. My less hoppy beers like this have been hitting more often than not. Yeah, they've been great, really. Besides one snafu, I think, earlier in the year with, 3470 giving me some weird sulfur character that I ended up blowing off about halfway through the keg. Yeah, I can't think of any non-hop forward beer that really didn't turn out well, so that was a plus. I really think I'm finding my stride with the non-hoppy beers, but as a hop head, I would like to get my IPAs dialed in, but what are you gonna do? That's what homebrewing is all about, right? Trial and error, and trying to find what works for you. And we're gonna keep plugging. We're gonna keep going away. I think I got to do a little less tinkering on the recipe. Every time I'm trying, instead of just changing one thing, I'm changing, almost everything. So we gotta fix that. We just gotta tinker one thing at a time, and hopefully, I'm getting close though. I mean, the color like this is right where I want it. We can get into this one later, but no, yeah, like I said, 15 beers, nothing to sniff at. It's pretty good. A couple highlights in there. I know I did my first rye beer. I love rye beers. The first time I used it was rye pale ale. That came out really well. The first hazy I did was Sabro. It was the first time I ever used Sabro. It came out really, really good. It tasted like the Lava Burst High C. It was absolutely fantastic. The smoked porter. I've never even brewed a porter before, but I went ahead and did a smoked porter. That was fantastic. And my Franken beer. I just kicked it last week. My Belgian Amber Ale, which was just kind of like threw it together with some ingredients I had left over from the Rhode Island Homebrew Con. So some Breeze Extra Special, some honey malt, some other stuff. Just kind of threw it together, made an amber beer, and threw some Abbey yeast at it, and that came out really, really good too. I really like that beer. I nursed it as long as I could, hoping to not kick it. But yeah, a couple those stood out. Yeah. Oh, I did a hazy pale ale earlier in the summer. That came out really good too, which kind of was the springboard for this one. But like I said, we'll get into this beer in a little bit. But yes, that was as far as brewing goes, and it was pretty good. I guess content-wise, I kind of expanded what I said I was gonna do, and I didn't know what this channel would be. Would I like to do grain to glass and more brew day videos? Of course I would. But again, planning that out, like for me, as it is now, just even scheduling brew days and getting them in at night is difficult enough without waking everybody up, and then let alone trying to set up like my phone, camera, and lighting and sound and all that can be difficult. And some days I'm just trying to get the brew in and have nothing go wrong and not have to worry about, again, like my setup in the bathroom. There's not a lot of space to set up, the camera and stuff. So I did some things I think I'm pretty proud of with, you know, brew days and grain to glass and stuff like that. So hope I can do a little bit more of that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to do more than just kind of sitting here on the couch and just talking to you guys, but like I said, we'll see. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos. I'd like to bring more exciting content, but like I said, I'm gonna try, but no guarantees. Yeah, so that's where that goes. But I hope you all enjoyed the hop experiment review videos for the Brewtubers hop experiment. That was fun to be a part of, even though I didn't brew in it. Tasting all those beers and getting kind of a sense for those hop products was really, really cool. I really enjoyed being a part of that. Yeah, actually, we'll go into we'll lead into Brewtubers, and that's all about. So it was my first full year as a member of Brewtubers, but the kind of second overall. I joined middle of 2020. So this past year, I ended up getting elected as the events manager on the board for the Brewtubers, which is pretty cool. It's kind of an awesome thing to be elected, and really appreciative of the guys. So I kind of jumped in right around HomebrewCon time. So I was a little late to that party. So the club and the other guys kind of took care of that for me, but I think it was really cool, being a part of the board and being able to set things up for Brewtubers. And we want to bring more content to Brewtubers, the YouTube channel, just in general, and collaborative, and kind of get us out there a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. But a couple of things we did last year, really cool. I did a mini brew union with a couple of guys. We went up to Boston for the weekend and had a good time. Tried some beers, had some food, enjoyed each other's company, swapped some beers. It was a really cool experience to meet some of the guys in person. That was, one of my highlights of the year. That definitely was, a lot of fun. Want to do another one this year, get together. Yeah, that's what it's all about, bringing people together with beer. Can't ask for anything better than that. Next thing, like I said, I did the hop experiment. I was part of that. That wasn't really me in my role, but, it was fun being a part of it. Just, hope you guys all enjoyed those videos, and check out the other guys that made videos if you haven't already. What was next? Oh, the Phantasm collab that we did. We kind of did an unsanctioned, if you will, not an official Brewtubers experiment, but a bunch, I think 7 or 8 of us all got a hold of Phantasm. And for you that don't know what it is, it's powderized grape skins from the Sauvignon Blanc. I think that's right. Maybe it's not the right grape. I probably should have. But the grape skins at high in thiols, they powderize it into a powder. You throw it in the whirlpool, dry hop, and it's supposed to have a lot of thiols in there and help unlock thiols and the other things in the beer and produce super tropical, fruity deliciousness. So when I used it, I put it in the whirlpool, and when I tasted a sample out of the fermenter before I dry hopped, this thing was straight tropical orange Trident gum, like insane, crazy. Me being a dum-dum and like I am trying to throw hops at everything, decided to, what are we gonna do? We'll throw some dry hops at it too. Totally killed a lot of that fruity flavor. I got a lot of the grape skins, a lot of grape winey character out of it. It still had a little bit of tropical backbone, but it kind of dried out and gave more of a grape flavor. But trying other guys' beers, some of them got some great fruity tropical aromas in their beer. So if you haven't tried Phantasm, go try that out. And then the last thing we did was a Secret Santa, which I organized. Humble brag. That was really fun too. I think we had 12 or 13 of us participate, from all members from all parts of the country, and set up a Secret Santa. We all exchanged beer boxes. Some of us added more things than others that weren't beer, and a little bit more beer than others. But it was fun. It was a good time. Brewmaster Jerry, go check him out. He provided me some stuff. He gave me 6 beers from Rising Storm, some fermented hot sauce that he makes, a couple paddles for these little taster glass a flight holder. There we go. Some oatmeal stout soap, some stickers. It was so shout out Jerry for those. Almost had your hot sauce. I keep putting it on everything. I just ran out of my last Rising Storm beer. Very upset about that. So Well, yeah, it was fun. I ended up getting Eric from Intercosmos Beer Works. I sent him a box. He thoroughly, and I from what he told me, enjoyed the beers. Which I sent him 6 commercial beers and 4 of everything that I had on tap, which I was impressed with. The Phantasm Experiment was the first time I had ever sent my beer out to like anybody besides family to taste, really. So I was nervous, A, to ship beer, and B, have other people taste my beer. So I got some good feedback actually during that experiment when we went over it, which was really cool. I was nervous as hell to have other people taste my beer, and then to send them out to Eric and have them make it to Wisconsin and have him try them and tell me that the bottles made it, no off flavors, everything was good. He enjoyed them, delicious. Also another really cool feeling. Just you always get nervous when new people try your beer. You never know how it's gonna go. So yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, but that was really cool. Stay tuned for 2023. I got some was reelected, so a little take it to side of relief because I had some things I wanted to push this year. So stay tuned for Brewtubers. We might do some cool things this year. So hopefully we will. And I think we got good things coming. The club's expanding. We got a lot of good guys in there. If you haven't checked us out, Brewtubers.com, online homebrew club. Great time in there. Check out the Discord. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. It's great. Yeah, so that was really it for 2022. It seems like really high level. I think a lot more happened, but the coolest thing happened. So More Beer does their Free Beer Fridays. I won one of them and got a free the Torpedo wide mouth kegs. I ended up picking up the 6-gallon one, and so now I'm using it not as a keg, really. I'm using it as a new fermenter. So stainless steel can hold pressure. I'm gonna try my hand at pressure fermenting the stout. I'm gonna keg tomorrow. I pressure fermented for the first time. I tried a sample earlier today. I brewed it 2 weeks ago, so it's been cold crashing in the fridge for a week. I tried a sample today. It's really cool because it's like half carbonated a little bit already from the pressure transfer, and it's already starting to clear up from the cold crash, and it was delicious. I hope I don't screw up the closed pressure transfer of it tomorrow. Yeah, that was awesome. Winning. So my 2 fermenters right now, actually, my stainless steel ones, my SS Brewtech brew bucket, and this new keg, I've won both of them. I haven't had to pay for those. They're really cool, especially for somebody who's brewing on a budget. You can't beat it. I built some jumper cables today to do pressure transfers to get a sample port on it. So that's it. It's tasting great. Hopefully that will be Knuckle Puck is what I'm calling it. My Mighty Ducks fans out there will know what I'm talking about. That's going to be my house stout that I've been trying on. I think I'm on version 3 of it. But yeah, maybe I'll do a review video on that. Like I said, I like to get away from sitting here and just talking to the camera doing reviews, but I'm getting a little more comfortable doing it. I hope you guys have noticed. Trying to get my personality out there a little bit more than just kind of the shy guy that I was just robotically talking to the camera. Yeah, I think that was it. No really upgrades still. Really got the mash and boil dialed in these days. Kind of know what I'm doing if I go over X amount of grain, if I add flaked adjuncts, if I do this, if I'm less than X amount. I kind of know what my efficiency is going to be, how much volume I'm getting. So yeah, like I said, I didn't blow out the spunding valve on the keg here, so that was pretty good. That was good. I got my volumes dialed in. Yes, that's cool. So that said, the last thing I'll do, I'm get into. All right, guys. So here it is. I'm sitting here in the editing bay reviewing the video, and you know what? As I do, if you know me and have watched my videos, I start to drag on and on and on, especially when it comes to the review part of those beers that I want to do. So it's supposed to be a nice little thing to add at the end of this video, something supposed to be quick. I can't keep it quick, so you know what? We're gonna have to split this video up, and you're gonna catch that in part 2. It's gonna be a review, but I mean, this is probably a long video even for you, so if you stuck around me this long, thank you so much. But catch that review, like I said, on another video coming soon. Until then, guys, hey, cheers.